Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Remnant of Power. Now, I've done a video talking about obviously the next Monarch, on what that could very well be, on who that could be, wink wink nudge nudge, but let's talk about the Remnant of Power, because it seems that maybe it's going to be limited to where we have to specifically choose what mages we want buffs. Now, I'll get into what I mean by that. Now, overall, this is going to be increasing our total power, which is fantastic. And on top of that, the buffs that we get from the Remnant of Power is advisable to make sure that you're equipping a Monarch onto your team build. It's kind of like a no-given. Like, why would you not? Of course you should. Now, just to kind of give the premise on how to go about tackling it, of course, it works off from works from Brilliant Light, and that is focusing on Baron, specifically Baron. Now, you can go about doing it on easy, normal, or hard. The only difference is that the easier the fight, the less of the resources you'll get, which is this, right? This is the material that we're after, the Shard of Baron, alright? So, as given, if you do on easy, like a rough estimate on average, you'll get like 50 a run. Obviously, in each stages, as you guys can see, you can get Shards of Baron. So 50 per, that's on average. I'm just going to give you guys the average. You can get a little bit more. Sometimes you might hit the low roll and get a little bit less, but that's kind of what we're looking at on easy. And in terms of normal, on average, I was getting around about 130, 150, somewhere around there, I want to say. You might be able to squeeze out a little bit more if you get lucky with the high roll. And then on hard, you know, this is where you can maximize on getting the most. I think you can get like 200 plus, yeah, somewhere around there on average, of course. So you can really maximize on, and again, this is per boss within each workshop Brilliant Light. Just want to clarify that, of course. So if we're doing, let's say on average on hard difficulty, we get 200 per, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, that's 800. You can probably squeeze out maybe 1,000 from hard, I want to say. And yeah, I think in total you need 300 to level up Baron on Remnant Power. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's 300. But pretty much, once you have enough leveling up materials, yeah, no, wait, I'm just trying to do the math. Yeah, no, it is 300. Oh, 400 now. But as you level up, I believe the cost will get up there a little bit more. But I think it's 3 points per level, of course. And then with the passive points, you can put it into the tree itself. Now, the way it works is you want to get to this specific area. So, Shadow's attack increased by 10% when Remnant Power is in formation. So, thankfully, they don't make it so that you have to summon Baron. As long as a Monarch is within the formation, you're getting these buffs. Now, the way they work is in order to unlock the Sun Jin Woo increase, you have to unlock the whole of the Mage bar, and you have to unlock the whole of the attack bar. So, keep that in mind. Now we're going to get into why that is going to get fairly tricky as we go on. But as you guys can see, you know, Assassin's class you don't want to sleep on. Amamiya right now is a prized possession right now for the Baron fight, so that's why you want to focus on getting the Assassin class done. But at the same time, you can't sleep on buffing up your Sun Jin Woo, so it kind of forces you to unlock everything, so that way you can make good use of your shadows, getting the attack increase as well as Sun Jin Woo. And then furthermore on, you know, QTE skills, getting them buffed up, which is very nice, ultimate skills, basic skills, so I just kind of focus on all of them. So yeah, and then once you've pretty much got that part of the section done of the Remnant Power, you can then focus on buffing up your Baron. And again, tier 2, you will pretty much just get the extra 500% increase on Workshop of Brilliant Light, which is actually not too bad. And then from that point on, you will then go once again, Assassins, Mage, Attacker. I'm surprised nothing's been done for the other classes, but that's when the other Monarchs will come in, I assume. And then same as before, you have to do the top and middle row to unlock the top version, or if you want to do the middle or the bottom row, then you get Sun Jin Woo's 1000% attack increase, of course. Now, once you get furthermore on, the cost of everything will go up just by a point, and then you're on the last phase, and then that will be it. Now, this is where things get a little bit tricky. So actually, let me get because Alka's actually made the XL, so a huge shout out to him. So this is the XL, right? So 3 points per. 3 points per level. So all in all, we can get up to 50 levels. So that's 150, right? And as you guys can see, everything's been calculated where points passive cost 2 per total 6, and that's for pretty much everything in terms of the numbers that's been shown. So basically we just want to look at the column cost, right? Now I've run the numbers, and in total, you know, if say if we're getting 150, or as it's calculated here 147, and maybe I'm a bit off with my maths, but anyway, the total amount that is required is 165. Okay, so I just had to double check. Thankfully it tells me how many passive points I've got, 54. Okay, so yeah, basically 3 points per level. That's kind of how it looks. Anyway, as I was saying, so in total what it's requiring is 165 in total to maximize the whole of the remnant of power skill tree. Now I feel like when we level up, there might be, like, let's say the final stages of the level, they might just kind of boost us up and give us a ton of points to make sure that we can maximize, because technically speaking right now we're what, 15 points off, or in this case 18 points off. So the only thing I can think of is that if they're doing 3 per level, that's gonna cuck us, because as you guys can see, 2 rows, or in this case 2 columns, won't be achievable. Now you know, it's a tough call to make, since attacking, mage, assassins, you know, those are the DPS classes, you know, we're all trying to cater to them. So just be wary and be careful. That's all I can say for right now. I mean, as it stands, the way we're kind of looking at things, everything that we do, because we can't sleep on the assassin class, because otherwise if it was the shadows buff, I mean, for the most part we would have probably skipped that, let's be honest. But the fact that they've put the assassin class up top really makes it difficult to be like, yeah, we can't do that. So by the looks of it, you're able to pretty much max out everything, including the final Sun Jin-woo buff, because I know that's what a lot of people are going to be catering to, and then it just kind of leaves out on the remaining assassin, mage and attacking class that you just have to kind of pick and choose. That being said, let me just double check on what's being given here. Defense penetration, MP increase, and then precision, and it's going to be the same thing. Oh, that's going to be a tough one, because right now, again, assassin's class, Amamiya is low-key cooking. Mage class, mage is full of like Alicia, Soyun, Choi, but the mage class low-key are cooking. Attacking class, it's just Char, isn't it? I don't know if there's any other attacking class. Well, actually, well, what's Thomas's going to be? He's probably going to be attack anyway. I don't know why I mentioned that, but yeah, I think at that point, if that is the case, if we are short on points, then I think, I don't know, this is a tough call to make. This is a real tough call to make, because remember, we can't, well, if we're losing, I'm hoping that isn't the case. But if we're losing out at 6, I mean, we can give everyone defense pen, or we can give one typing a full-on into the position, or we can give 2 lanes the defense pen along with the MP increase. It's just awkward on why they would short us some points. But anyway, I think I'll leave it there. So that's kind of what I just kind of wanted to inform you guys on the Remnant of Power. Again, this is a fantastic buff up if you are needing to buff your team up in terms of your power level. I understand it's like, I need workshop being like tickets. I get that. That's the only downfall. Hopefully the developers do hand out more. I know there's a few bits and bobs on how you can get some a little bit more for the guild shop, for the event shop and whatnot, but you know, we do need more, let's be honest. But over time, when you are able to gradually grind this up a little bit more, just know that this is a nice way to gain buffs, and a decent way to actually get a fair amount of your power level increase. So yeah, just be wary near the end game. If the game isn't giving us those remaining points, then we're going to be 2 columns short. So just be aware. By the end of the day, maybe in the higher level, once we get up to Baron, we get a little bit more points. If that is the case, then we don't need to worry about it, and we will get the remaining 2 columns. It doesn't make sense on why they will cut out the 2 columns, but with the maths and with how things have been with leveling up, it's currently looking like we're short on points.